This is a short video to explain the reasons why income is unevenly distributed in all economies in the world, in fact. Income, as a recap, is any of these things. It can be the wage or the salary that somebody receives. Wage is generally paid every week or every 2 weeks, whereas salary is paid every month. That's the difference between those two. It's the interest that you receive on savings in a bank account. It's the profit that you receive from a business, if you own a business, or in fact, if you're a shareholder, it might also be counted as the dividends that you receive from that business, which are a share of profits. It can also be benefits that you receive. So in the UK, if you're receiving child benefit or universal benefit and any other benefits from the government, and also it can be the pension that you receive. And the thing about income is that it is incoming, that's how you can remember, on a regular basis. So regularly. And we say that this is a flow concept because it's flowing into your bank account on a regular basis. So the main reasons that it's unevenly distributed are, the first one, wages and salaries, they're different for different types of jobs. And we've learnt previously how the wage rate in any industry is determined by the demand for labour by firms in that industry and also the supply of labour in that industry. And for some jobs, there's a lot of demand for people. So at the moment, there is a big shortage of computer game programmers, for example. And for that reason, there's very high demand. There aren't enough people who are with the skills to do that job, so supply is low and therefore you can be relatively well paid. Likewise, there are less people, so lower supply of surgeons because of all of the qualifications that you need and the time it takes and the money it takes to train to do that. So therefore supply of surgeons is relatively low and demand is relatively high from hospitals, so they're paid more. But there are some jobs where either there's very little demand or there's a lot of supply of the labour and therefore wages are lower or salaries are lower. Some people in the UK are earning the national minimum wage, and the national minimum wage, which is around £8 per hour, it varies for different ages, but this is quite a low amount of money. So if somebody is earning the national minimum wage, they will therefore have a relatively low income. The next one is if you are reliant on benefits. So if you are relying solely on benefits for all of your income and these are quite low, then that will mean that you aren't receiving very much income at all. So the new type of benefit in the UK is universal credit, and this encompasses lots of different types of benefits. Somebody receives now one payment for this. I don't think this has been rolled out in the whole of the UK yet, but the benefits that you're receiving may not be very high. The next one is your age, because depending on the experience that you have in the work that you're doing, this will affect usually how much businesses are willing to pay you. And therefore, if you're younger, you're unlikely to be being paid as much money as somebody who's older and has a lot of experience. You could also say that there may be discrimination on grounds of age, and a business may not want to pay somebody as much as somebody else due to their age, and this would be illegal, but it does still happen. Another one is gender. Some people are paid less than other people because of their gender. So very often you read about, for instance, in television broadcasting, women are often paid a lot less than men for presenting TV programs. And this, again, is an inequality that exists in society. It's not always illegal because it can be argued that it's for certain reasons that the woman is being paid less than the man. They may say that she has less experience or something like that. But this can be another reason why income is unevenly distributed. So older people may be receiving higher incomes and sometimes men may be receiving higher incomes. So this covers wages and salaries being different, people relying on benefits, the age of somebody affecting their income, and also the gender of someone affecting their income. The final one, which is a bit more detail, is about the distribution of income earning assets. We learnt in one of the previous videos how the other type of way that you can get money is you can own assets, and when you own an asset, it can give you an income. And this is one of the big reasons why some people are getting much bigger incomes than others. Some people own a lot of assets, and when you have the assets, you can often earn an income from the assets. So for example, if you own a house, a second house, so you live in a house but you own a second one, you can earn rent from renting that out to other people, and this would be income. If you own shares in a company, then if the company makes profits and they decide to give some of that to their shareholders, the shareholders will receive a dividend, and that is a type of income. If you own your own business and you just receive the profits from that business, then that profit would be another form of income. And finally, if you have enough money to have savings in the bank, when you earn interest every month on your savings, that is another form of income. So therefore, some people who hold on to these assets are able to earn more income, which makes the income even more unevenly distributed.